Is it? I mean, we're level with the shot from here. So it's 20, 25 yards it takes it's a line to go into that goal. The jump and the landing, the ball has travelled 10 yards.
Yeah.
That's how hard he's hit the ball. So effectively, instead of saving a 25-yard shot, he's trying to save a 15-yard shot.
Isn't that what most keepers do, though? The way they bring their arms down.
Yeah, but a lot of keepers do it, and a lot of keepers do it wrong. And I'm sure if I went through the footage of the goals I conceded, I did it myself.
Yeah.
It's a habitual thing with goalkeepers. As goalkeeping coaches, they should try and train it out of you. Anyone who plays tennis knows that you don't jump as the opponent's hitting the ball. You haven't got time to react. As I say, the ball's not going in the top corner. There was a little bit of swerve away from him, granted, but I reckon on reflection, if he stands still as the shot's taken, he could probably step to his right and make a save.
Do you reckon they'll analyse that afterwards? Do you reckon they'll analyse that and go, you know what, you should have saved that?
I reckon he's seen it 10 times already.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay, can I also ask then, has he lived up to the price tag? Because we had the two most expensive keepers
lived up? He's 24 years old. He's been here for 7 months.
Has Alisson lived up to his price tag?
Because
they're challenging right now for the title.
I think with
They've
Alisson,
come at the same time.
People ask. I mean, I was asked a question a few months ago. He was the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. I analysed Alisson. He was, head and shoulders above everyone else with clean sheets. And he reminded me of Van der Sar. And for any Liverpool fans, I don't mean to swear there, but Van der Sar, when he was playing for Manchester United, breaking consecutive clean sheet records. This wasn't a goalkeeper who was making 10 saves a game and performing at the levels that someone like David De Gea is being asked to perform for season after season. This was a goalkeeper who controlled his area so well that he would make saves, but a lot of his goalkeeping skill wasn't about shot saving. Alisson today makes one save. Is he a £67 million goalkeeper from his save today? Not necessarily, but I think he's built up in the bank with his distribution and he controls his box well. Sometimes that goes wrong.
Yes.
But that doesn't make him a bad goalkeeper. It just means that he's still going to maintain that control of the box. He does things that aren't shot related, which are better than other goalkeepers in the Premier League.
And I think he's going to get better because communication. The language thing is something that he's learning. At Liverpool, particularly Jurgen Klopp is very particular about his players learning English as well. So he will get better and better because of his communication. You can see he engages with his back line. He's always trying to organise. However, the language is always an issue if you don't control it, as like your first language. So over time, that'll get better and better. And I think he'll get better as a goalkeeper.
And that's why you speak German.
I try to, yes.
I heard you.
What was it with Chelsea goalkeepers? Petr Cech spoke 5 languages.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so there's quite a few. Yeah, so
Australian's a language in itself with the slang they use.
Fair dinkum, mate.
Well, who is the best keeper then for you in the Premier? It's 2 goalkeepers here. I don't get a chance very often to ask this.
I don't think it's easy. It's an easy enough question to answer in the sense that one does something better. It's like David De Gea, and we were talking about him before the show. He makes a lot of shot saves that make him look good, and we're talking about the top goalkeepers here. So when I say that one's better than the other, it doesn't mean the one that's not as good is bad. But he doesn't command the area the same way that Alisson does.
No.
Ederson, who might not be the best shot stopper or the best area commander, can kick a ball better than anybody else in the league. So therefore, the different skills of a goalkeeper, I think, are displayed in different ways. But Alisson's the best.
Yeah, the only thing I'd say is that nobody, it's not a goalkeeper at the moment, I believe, on the planet has reached the heights of Manuel Neuer. That's been able to command his area, play with his feet,
and kick a ball into the stand when someone puts him under pressure.
No, but of that level, he lifted the bar to a level of a goalkeeper that controlled his back area, play with the outfielders. He started a lot of attack. He was unbelievable. So at the moment, there's not a goalkeeper that does all of those things at the level that he did it. It doesn't do it at the moment anymore, but he did before. When they were world champions.
And they were world champions. And
we got beat 4-1
by him in 2010.
And a lot of that came from him.
I think he raised the bar.
Absolutely.
But I think, again, and we look at the skills on display in football generally, year on year, they're getting better.
Yes.
We're looking at fullbacks who have got enough skill to get in a midfield of a 90s Premier League team. Do you know what I mean? So I think the skill levels are better. Therefore, the demands on the goalkeeper side. I think Kepa struggled today. Maybe it's the wind. I think he hasn't got the range of kicks that we talk about with Ederson. Neuer, for sure, hasn't got that kind of range of kicking. I don't think he ever has. I think he was the best goalkeeper in the world. Currently, as I say, I think Alisson's put himself, because of what he's done over the course of the season, and irrespective of 1 or 2 mistakes, every keeper's done that.
So you think he's the best right now in the Premier League?
He offers more than anybody else, completely.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely. I'd say it's very close between him and Ederson. But I think Alisson is probably just that little bit ahead.
Amazing. Usually it's De Gea's thing that comes out tops, but both of you, former goalkeepers.
I mean, I love watching David De Gea play. Right, he is agile, and the save he made yesterday was fantastic. But his range of kicking isn't there.
And his command is in the box.
And commanding the box. So two again, fundamental areas of goalkeeping.
So we're talking about the upper echelons of goalkeeping, and we're talking about the finer details of it. So we're breaking it down. We're saying, David De Gea on his goal line is world class. But if you talk about the overall goalkeeping aspect of a goalkeeper, control of his own yard box, distribution, everything else.
Very Spanish.
He is, yes.
Not just nationality, but the way he plays. I mean, I'm just clarifying that. Okay, you know what? Let's head back into the tunnel. I believe we have Jurgen Klopp with his post-match reaction.